what is up, guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today I wanted to show you guys a game where I thought my team played very, very well. We're going to talk about some of my team's decision making, but in particular, I want to go over this offlane Undying build that I've been running. I've shown you guys a couple of builds. This one's a slightly different variation, so we completely dominate the lane. I'm just going to show you guys the net worth. Yeah. Like 6 minutes in, you can see we're 600 gold above the sniper, absolutely dominating. My Hoodwink is also top net worth as a support. From there, things only get better. We get 500 gold above a sniper. And keep in mind, you might be like, that's not even dominating him that hard. You know, that's not that bad. But what you have to understand is Sniper is not a bad laner. This hero is a very strong laner, actually. And honestly, I think Sniper is somewhat of a counter to Undying in lane, especially later in lane, which we'll probably talk about when the game comes up. And then he has a Crystal Maiden, one of the most dominant supports in the game right now, at least laning supports. So we're able to get around all these things and just have a great time in the lane, just completely own them. And you can see it transitions minute 10, we're top net worth as Undying. So I'm going to show you, even with a kind of a utility build, the game doesn't even completely go in our favor. You can see the Sniper catches up. We're falling a bit behind on net worth, but eventually we were able to win one really key fight. I'm going to show how we set that fight up, how I baited that one a little bit. Cool little play there. And then, yeah, just the build that I go to buy auras and enable my Pango and Naga to pop off. Yeah, so the build, if you want to quickly see it before I get into it, is a stick, 3 mangoes, branches, tangos. From there, we rush the mana boots. After mana boots, I buy 2 components to Wraith Pack. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. If my game's really good and I think I want to just farm and I don't think they'll contest me too much, I'll rush Ring of Bassi, and then I'll use that to farm. I didn't have to buy the buckler. It's kind of nice to have the armor. Because I ended up deciding to go back for drums. The reason why I like drums is they help me be more mobile and get on top of people with my ulti in the early game. It's not like I'm playing a unit hero that just abuses Wraith Pack because it has like Visage Birds or Enigma Eidolons, you know what I mean? I don't have that. And you might be like, oh, what about the zombies? Nah, those are not good enough to justify. So I like the drums, a little bit of strength, a little bit of intelligence, good aura item, scales well into the game. So I just think that this item's really good early game for fighting and surviving. It makes you pretty tanky too. But yeah, then we go for the Wraith Pact after that, into Holy Locket, after Holy Locket, Phase Boots after that, BKB, and after BKB we go Hex. This is just kind of for the game. They had pretty mobile heroes, a Pockcock and Hex, and we didn't have like insane blink control. It's not we have like a blink Hex on our team, even though I think someone ends up getting a Hex. Yeah, Naga gets a Hex too, but either way, let's talk about it. Let's watch this game. I'm really excited to show this with you guys and talk about just some of the decisions I made in the lane that I can really think help make you guys become just overall better players in Dota 2. Also, I want to tell you guys that if you've been struggling with solo queue and you're looking to get to the next rank, I'm going to be able to help you. Like literally with the Game Leap website, I'm going to give you guys guides that are going to make it unbelievably clear on what you need to do. So if you've been stuck in the solo queue grind, you don't know what to do, and you want to become absolutely broken, but like actually you want to become much, much better at Dota, and you want to take it more seriously, the Game Leap website is going to help you do that. So click the link down below. I'm going to help you get to the next rank, and I'll see you there. So yeah, I go for the stick here. I won't go for stick every lane, but I love going stick if I can. Just because I love buying any item that gives me mana regen on Undying and scales. Like I want to buy a magic wand anyway for the game. So if I can get it against Shrapnel and Crystal Nova and Frostbite, I'm really happy to do so. This is like my favorite item build if I can go it. And I like having the branches for a bit of attack speed. It feels pretty good. From there, early on into the lane, basically what I'm looking to do is slightly shove the wave, just so I can play up and play aggressive with my support. So I pull the creep aggro right away, and from there I auto-attack the creep a bit, because basically what I want to do is secure the early CS, nothing too crazy, right? Nothing too crazy, but then I can play up, contest the range because I've already killed 2 creeps. Hopefully from there we get a free range creep deny. I guess this guy took Frostbite, which is pretty suspect considering Sniper doesn't have a range creep secure. So I think he was supposed to take Crystal Nova and try to secure it for his Sniper, but he didn't do so. So by pushing in the wave a little bit, we have a slight creep advantage here. And you can see, because the wave is pushed in a bit and the Sniper has to focus CS right now while I can just focus on a decay, it means that I'm not going to get hit by Sniper for a little bit of time. And yeah, from there, I'm going to continue to auto attack a bit. I think, honestly, considering he might shrapnel the wave, I didn't have to. But one thing to keep in mind is a lot of people might think to themselves, oh, the wave is shoving in. That means we're going to win the lane, right? That means we can pull it back and pressure. And sometimes that's true. However, other times, that's going to mean that Sniper and CM hit level 2 first, right? Because they're probably killing the creeps first. At least the wave that's going to give them level 2, they might kill it first because their wave will push in and then help kill the next wave, right? These 2 creeps will help kill the next wave, and that's going to give them level 2 first. and CM sniper level 2 is a brutal timing. So I don't even necessarily want that to happen. I'm actually pretty afraid of that happening. So I was like pretty happy to shove the wave if possible. This was a great play from me and my Hoodwink. Basically, the sniper is going for the deny. I guess he assumes Hoodwink maybe is going to contest the pull, but what I do really well here is we're going to step up and we're going to punish him really hard, right? You can see after the CS, I'm following my Hoodwink, really watching his positioning, and we just get crazy damage onto the sniper here. And this really sets up our lane for a great situation. Hoodwink's going to be able to chip him down. That was so sad. We were like, no way he gets to deny. No way, dude. Oh my. So sad. I mean, to be fair, he's dead for 23 seconds, but still, it's so sad. That would have been such a nice kill for our XP and goal. But either way, get a nice kill. The lane does push back a little bit there, and the CM kind of wandered off, which honestly is a mistake. If the sniper is going to play up, CM also has to play up. They can't half-ass it. But yeah, from here, we're able to get the wave back. I'm just hard denying here because the sniper can't walk up, and it's not like he can jungle, right? So if I can just kind of deny the wave, it's just good, right? It's just straight up good. It's going to allow us to basically take some CS away from the sniper. Now, unfortunately, Shrapnel's where this lane gets a little bit hard because I can't really run through it. He can sort of push out the wave with level 2 Shrapnel, and then he's just chilling. So what I'm looking to do is, once again, keep the wave back, though. Yes, if he wants to use the Shrapnel on the wave, we can get denies and we can still pressure him. So I'm not going to push in the wave immediately. Instead, I'm going to run past it and try to just hope that the creeps, basically prevent him from getting some of the CS. The Shrapnel hopefully won't get him all of the CS. So just with a little bit of a good movement, I can zone him off the wave. And now we're at 22 CS compared to the 20 of Sniper. He's doing very well, but he's died at some point, and we have 8 denies as well, which is fantastic, right? 8 denies means I'm definitely out-leveling this guy. He's level 4. Okay, I guess I'm not out-leveling him nearly as hard as I thought. I don't really know what would have happened to enable him to be as high on XP. Actually, not sure. That's really interesting. And then from here, honestly, this was just a good read. Good spellcasting for my Hoodwink in a moment from now. But it's just a good read to know that they're going to go on the Hoodwink, to see that they're going to go on the Hoodwink. So once again, trying to keep the wave back, getting a good decay on the sniper. Once I have my mana boots, I'm going to spam the decay. I don't like hard spam it early on. I'll always take any 2-man decay, and I'll use it casually here and there, if just for a little bit of base damage, so I can deny early on. I won't like hard spam it. I'll just use it here and there, but yeah, we're going to take a little bit of damage just from zoning him off the wave, but eventually they go onto the Hoodwink. But this is what I'm saying. If you go on the Hoodwink, all I have to do is put the Tombstone in attack range of one of the heroes, and we're chilling. And what I mean by that is I don't want the Tombstone to be in attack range of 2 heroes, because then they can comfortably kill it. If that's not the case, they definitely can't. So the Hoodwink's going to get gone on. I know that they're going to go on him here. And so, yeah, I put it in a range where CM cannot hit it. And now if Sniper decides to even consider manning up, he'll just get absolutely dominated as the second zombie spawns. The Soul Rip's going to kill him off. And then, yeah, these zombies just obliterate Crystal Maiden. Like, you'll see her HP. Look at her HP. This zombie is hitting her for like 20, 30 every attack. 2 zombies on her, 60 damage every attack. Getting absolutely obliterated. Also 15% slow. Just makes her get destroyed. Blightstone as well. And we get the double kill. So really, really big play for our lane. Nice set of kills. And yeah, all of a sudden, our net worth is way above the sniper, even though it should be even better considering he got some lucky ass deny earlier. So the next thing I'll do in most of my games when I beat a hero in lane is I'll just keep the lane static. And Sniper is not the worst jungler in Dota, because Shrapnel's a pretty decent ability for farming, right? But it's not incredible, right? It's not insane. Yes, it's good, but it's not insane. And so if he has to auto-attack all these camps to death from full HP, he's going to get out-farmed by a hero that's just staticking the wave, taking all the lane creeps. It's just not even close, especially with flag bearers, right? It's not close. Now, unfortunately, he gets a kill here, which helps out his net worth a bit. But you can see, from a couple of kills and then staticking the wave, we're going to build nearly 1,000 gold net worth difference, which is really, really great. And of course, in terms of XP, it's massive as well. So eventually I'll shove in the wave. It will take a bit of the medium camp. The only problem with Undying, I'd say, as an offlaner is you're not that survivable, which sounds weird because Decay and Soul Rip can keep you alive. But if I get like silenced by Puck or DP or into like their very high damage supports or Sniper, I could die. So the only reason I like cut the wave and run past the tower here is specifically because I see heroes bottom. Even then, I was a little bit nervous about the Puck Sniper trying to kill me because I think that they can. But with the Hoodwink behind me, and maybe I could get Flesh Golem off if I saw them coming, I felt comfortable enough to eventually walk over and finish off the tower. Once again, just helping out my game to continue to snowball. From there, I stay top, and honestly, I don't really love this stage of the game on Undying. I think it's one of the not great factors of the hero because you're pretty gankable. as you'll see here, I am actually going to go down. You're pretty gankable and you're not great at farming all these camps, so even if you win your lane and have a bit of space, you can't take too much of it, so I don't mind like calling my Naga to potentially farm this area. You can farm it and you can take the lane creeps, and often I'll like side pull, for instance. I'll like come here, I'll side pull. I'll literally won't play to flash farm. I'll just play to make sure that if their safe laner stays here, he just doesn't get any creeps, if that makes sense, right? So I'll side pull, I'll literally small pull sometimes. I'll just spam pulls and maybe take this camp, and that's about it, right? Because I will get ganked here, and even though like I have 1800 HP with decent armor and a ton of movement speed from drums, what I did wrong here is when this snowball was coming, my reaction should have instantly been ulti drums and try to get away. I didn't pop the drums. Instead, I popped the tombstone like a dumbass because I just don't want to get hit by snowball. If I don't get hit by snowball, I can potentially dodge the shards and maybe run away. Right? I could take a good path, avoid the shards, and live. So my reaction there was very poor. It should have been ulti drums, and you might be like, why ulti? Ulti gives movement speed actually on this hero. It gives 30 movement speed, which is huge. So much movement speed. So I just should have been very fast to pop ulti and pop drums, but I made the mistake and did not do that, and definitely got punished for it. So from there, we TP back top. I needed a little bit of info before I showed my hero, but my Hoodwinker was coming in the area, so obviously that's going to give me a bit of confidence. We spam Decay on the Tusk. He gets taken out. Good rotation for my Hoodwink. From there, we're going to push out top. I see the DP and I see the Puck, so I feel pretty comfortable. I don't think CM and Sniper will try to kill me. And also, big thing here, this was, I think, a great play on my part. You might be like, what do you mean? You didn't do anything. Well, my Naga gets dove, and by the time, she dies, right? I didn't, even if I insta TP, I don't think I would have saved her. I really don't. And I make the good play not to TP here. Like, you might be like, oh, this seems like a decent TP. I can see it, right? But the problem is there is 5 heroes, and they have like Exo, right? They are very, very powerful. They're very powerful. And fighting into Exo and Sniper early game is like Undying, very hard. Very, very hard. I'm not at my crazy timings yet, like my Wraith Pact, right? And level 12, Wraith Pact, and so on. So I take my Decay talent. I actually decide not to max the Soul Rip by level 10, which often I will. I typically don't take a point in Tombstone. It was just because I thought it might be good for the lane, which it ended up being. Usually I'll max this out because I think it's really good. But because I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to stay top for a bit here, and I'm going to farm out top, right? My Naga died mid. We decided to give up mid tower. That was just like a team call we made. We're just like, we're too weak to defend it. So we decided not to defend it. And so I take my Decay talent so I can farm out the wave, because without this talent, it's so inconvenient to farm. With it, you do kind of enough damage to the camps where you can kill them in 2 decays and a couple of autos. It's like quite convenient. You'll see here, right? This camp, typically you'd have to hit it a bunch. With the Decay talent, you can just decay it twice and it dies. So it might not seem like a big deal, but it prevents you from having to show for a long period of time and allows you to conveniently kill these like really, really large camps without having to just waste a ton of time, as I'm saying, which is a big, big deal. My Naga went top. I'm not going to take away farm from her. She can also farm topside a bit better than me, right? She can take the neutral camps faster and a bit safer than I can. Even though the Decay talent helps out, it's still a bit safer. So I'm going to push up, just trying to body for my team a bit. We were looking for a fight. I don't really want to get caught on a ward. I'd assume they had no ward here, because if they had a ward here or here, they probably wouldn't place this ward. So based on the fact that they had this ward, I assumed I was safe. This is like pretty high tech, a pretty advanced idea, and it's not always true. But, I took my risk and ended up being pretty good. So we take a fight here, get a decent Tombstone, nothing insane. Decent Tombstone, fight breaks out, we're going to finish off the kill, chase onto the CM. And this is a really nice go for our team, because it allows us to instantly transition into Roche. Right, so we get the pickoffs we want near the Roche pit. Oh, do we not Roche here? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm completely lying to you guys. We don't Roche here, so nothing actually comes out of this. And now that my ulti Tombstone is on cooldown, I just want to slow down the pace of the game, right? Not looking to do anything crazy. I'll just kind of shove the mid wave from hopefully max range, right? Play it from a very, very safe distance. Buy my clarities so I can continue to spam my decays and allow my hyper cores with safer wave shove abilities to shove out the side lanes. Even though mid can be pretty dangerous, to be fair. I didn't even feel that safe mid. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, they definitely can kill me. I was like very hesitant to shove the mid wave. I was constantly looking for information to assume it was safe. Like, pushing out this, I was so nervous to queue here, but I'm like, I'm going to do it. So I did it. I'm like, I'm taking this wave. So we take the wave, and we're chilling. So, and the reason why I go phase boost next is the armor is great. It helps you kite away from heroes like Sniper. The movement speed's so good, right? The percentage-based movement speed combined with the drums in your ulti, really, they all stack very well together, and they just allow you to be very fast and close the gap on a hero like Sniper, or, get on top of a CM, or just kite out. A lot of the time, I'll even just be kiting out as my team gets a great kill top here. That was a wonderful play. And from there, we go for the Roche. Yeah, so we get a Roche now, drop the Tombstone, drop the Flesh Golem. The damage amp from Flesh Golem works on Roche. If you don't know what that means, anything that Undying hits gets amp damage. So we drop the Wraith Pack just to protect. The Shrapnel unfortunately gives vision, so they're going to kill it off. And we decided to get out. With no Flesh Golem or a Flesh Golem running out, no Tombstone, and a Wraith Pack dying, it's the safer play to get out. So I thought that was a really good decision from us to avoid any unnecessary fight. And you can see the pattern's pretty simple. When my skills are on cooldown, I'm happy to farm. The Decay talent makes it where your hero can kill these camps. It's not like you can't farm at all, as long as you buy Clarities. Just keep in mind, you're going to have to invest a good amount of net worth into Clarities if you're going to play like this on your cooldowns. From here, we take actually our first losing fight of the game. This is the only fight we lose, I think, in the game, at least major fight. And it comes off a decent Rolling Thunder. I think a couple things I do wrong here. I plant my Tombstone too early. What I mean by that is my team isn't in a position to protect it and counter-initiate. Usually you want to use the Tombstone as some sort of a bait, right? The enemy hits it and they get stunned while hitting it. The zombies stack up because they don't kill it. You soul rep the Tombstone and then they all die because of it. Because I'm level 14, I'm a really high level. So this Tombstone is level 3. It's this very strong Tombstone. But that dies instantly, right? Not surprisingly. So the Tombstone dies, I heal it, but it doesn't go down. And then the biggest mistake here I make by a long shot is Tusk dies. So I'm like, oh, I'm pretty strong. But my ulti's on cooldown, right? So my ulti is on cooldown. Yes, I have Wraith Pack, but that doesn't prevent Sniper from killing me. He's not going to be in the Wraith Pack range anyway, and if I put it too close to him, he'll just kill it fast. So there's that. Our Naga doesn't have Song. Our Pango already used ulti. This guy used ulti, right? So Hoodwink and Pango have no ulti. Jakiro just got here, so he's not that close, and my Naga didn't TP yet, right? So yes, the Naga has Aegis, but she doesn't have Song. So it's hard for us to kind of set up. And so my positioning was super not relative to the game state. Like, it was super, super not relative. My Jakiro gets gone on, which, you know, wasn't the greatest positioning on his part. And then I walk to the left for some stupid reason, and now I just die, right? I can't get my ulti off. I just completely die because, once again, I don't get all that bonus HP. I get silenced. My Naga can't go in and Song because if she can Song here and I can get off a Soul Rip, my Holy Locket, and then pop my ult, it's definitely a potentially a winning fight, especially if we can synergize that with Ice Path. But we didn't have any of that, and I have to pay attention. You gotta pay attention to the signs, to the people around you, to the information you have. I didn't there. I got cocky. I'm like, we have Aegis. We went on the Sniper. I'm very, very strong. And I got overconfident, and now all of a sudden, we lose a fight, and the game isn't as good. But yeah, as I was saying, that was about our last bad fight of the game, because I think we made a great play here to get to the top side of the map and take this tier 2 tower. They didn't have Exo at the time, and now we have our Song and our Aegis, so we felt very, very happy. No Exo, no DP BKB. She's not doing shart, right? There's no way they're going to fight us without that. They're just not going to have enough damage. Right? They simply won't have enough damage. So we get the tier 2 top after that. Really good for our overall map control. We can even take the outpost. But the high skill play that we make here is I'm going to continue to hit the tower, right? So they're like, oh, okay, we're still here. They see the Naga illusions. They don't know if they're fake, though, to be fair, right? They could check. But they're going to see Naga illusions and Naga on the map, and they're going to see me hitting the tier 2. What is that going to make them think? Oh, they're top, right? They're hitting the top tier 2. And even from here, I clear the top wave. It's like, okay, there's no way Undying is actually there. Then I even click the outpost. And from Sniper's perspective, you're going to see he's like, I see the Undying. He's showing top wave. He's killing the outpost. What is the enemy team doing? They're probably just farming some of the camps in the area. The Undying's not even here. Though we make this really crazy play because you can see Sniper even feels safe. There's a CM to his north. The Tusk is bodying on the left. But all of a sudden, what the hell? There's a Naga Siren behind us. There's a great wrap from the Naga Siren here. We completely catch him off guard. And we get on top of the Sniper. Right now we get this perfect Ice Path onto 2. Very easy play. Ice Path onto 2. And that Ice Path forces a very, very, very early BKB. She like panicked BKBs. Probably didn't have to, honestly. But he BKBs because he's like, I don't want to get Ice Path into macro. Potentially chain stun. So he BKBs and we instantly get on top of Sniper. Obviously, I'm going to TP in when I see this play happening, so I'm going to try not to give it away. I don't want to get scouted. But as my Naga is about to go, I'm going to TP in knowing she's going to make this play. Drop the Tombstone. The zombies will build up, believe it or not. The Tombstone zombies build up in Song. It makes no fucking sense, but that's how it works. So it is what it is. So we get a really good Tombstone, which is definitely not going to die because the Sniper's preoccupied. We do get leashed here, but look at the Soul Rip heal. But that's with the level 15 talent on a 6-second cooldown with Holy Locket. It's literally like, yeah, 741 is the max number. 741 damage, pure, by the way, healing, because it's pure. Healing is pure damage, right? If you want to look at it like that. So it's pure 740 on a 6-second cooldown. This shit's nutty, and I can Holy Locket him too. So he's just full HP, completely chilling. We're gonna drop the ulti, get the damage amp onto the DP, so she's just going to die really fast as we soul rip him as well. And yeah, just a really convenient fight. We get a good Wraith Pack down, pop our drums to enable our team, heal up the Jakiro so he doesn't die, and it's just an absolutely fantastic fight set up by a good bait on me on the top side, and then a really nice smoke for my team. And then from there, honestly, the game pace slows down, and because of the fact that I'm not an initiator, I'm often going to take defensive farm on the map. Like, I'm not setting up the plays, and like, I want to be near the fights. Like, you'll see me run over. If the fight breaks out, you'll see me run over and try to help. Often, though, what I'm looking to do is just kind of farm in the side lanes, right? I'm pushing in this side lane, pushing in bottom. I'm going to clear the nearby camps. They actually mass TP here. We avoid this gank like beasts. We saw this coming because we showed top and mid, so we're like, they might try to run us here, right? We kind of got that read right, so we don't get jumped. And then we take a good fight mid here in a moment. I think we catch the Puck, and then Tusk saves him, and then he blinks into an ice path. It's really funny. Check this out. So fight breaks out. We see the snowball coming in. We drop the Puck. Yeah, he blinks into a snowball. We kill the Tusk, and unfortunately we couldn't go high ground. So this is the point of the game where I'm going to skip ahead because honestly, it becomes a stall fest where we can't really go high ground into the sniper. But they can't run into us because they'll just feed if we ever like get off a decent song. It's too easy for us to set up with the Ice Path and Tombstone and just, so on and so on. So they can't leave the base. We can't go high ground yet. So we're just choking them out and getting our next set of items, right? I still have some item progression to go. I have at least one more good item, full item. My Naga still has items to go. Pango has items to go. Everyone has items to go. We can still get this bottom tier 2. So we're not really in a rush. We're just going to try to clear out the tri-camp every time, take every single jungle camp, and expand our lead. We've gotten 2k net worth in the last minute and a half, and it's only going to get better for us as time goes on. So sometimes this is just how you have to use your time when you're ahead. Eventually we get the Aegis, and honestly, we couldn't even force high ground too hard off that. But you can see our net worth goes from 14 to 15, back to 14 briefly, but even to 13 for a bit here. I guess none of us were farming for a moment. We actually chased the buck a bit as they cut some waves, but eventually back to 15. And yeah, we do have to choke them out, which doesn't feel incredible, but it will eventually expand our lead to then 16k net worth, as we see now here. It took a second. Like, honestly, I have this concept where people shouldn't even push in the waves. Like, if the enemy is choked out in the base, you just static the waves and farm only the neutral camps, because then they have nothing to farm. They get passive gold, but that's it. I have this concept. The only problem is then they don't have to show as much, because basically what one of the main advantages of pushing in the waves is naturally that if they clear it in their base, they're in their base. So you can make judgments, and I can farm like these deep neutral camps without feeling threatened, right? So if they don't clear the waves, it will die to their tower, and they'll lose the farm that way. And if they do clear it, we get info on where they are. So it kind of is much safer. Like, my concept is very risky. You don't get the information and vision as much, but it does have like potentially higher upside. So it's just an idea I had. I want to shove it, bring it to you guys, just put it to you guys. But all right, let's skip ahead to when we end the game. Essentially, we were just waiting for maybe a potential pickoff. We can get our Tombstone on the high ground during the night. Even we could have tried that. We were trying to get out of smoke here, but we eventually get our pickoff. We get onto the puck, and we wanted to generally look to force off that. Maybe try to get another pickoff. So I think we eventually hunt bottom. Do we? Yeah, we hunt bottom. I think we ice path this DP and he dies. The hoodwink damage is crazy, man. The hoodwink E-Blade Boomerang is something else, dude. That shit is whack. But from here, we put up Tombstone. Probably not. To be fair, the Tombstone gives so much vision at night. So it's like kind of nice to put it down regardless of the fact that it's going to die. I mean, it was a bit sad, but it does give us some info on what they're doing, if they're going to counter initiate, so on and so on. But sadly, we couldn't go high ground. And yeah, we just keep looking for pickoffs. But our net worth lead is becoming so insurmountable, right? We're just getting full sets of items. Our Naga has 36k net worth. He's going to be able to buy a shard, buy a hex, eventually upgrade his boots if he wants to. He can buy an axe, and so even can buy moon shard. So he has a lot of progression still to go if he really wants it. And yeah, they're kind of just getting choked out. Their DP in particular, he's just getting no farm, right? This guy is just completely poor. The puck's getting a little bit, but not too much. Even the supports, right? They can't find pickoffs because they just don't have info. They don't know where we are. They can't get down wards. So if they have no info, they can't farm. The cores are going to take every creep wave. They can never farm neutral camps, so they're falling behind as well. And that's kind of how these games play out at this point when you can't really go high ground. They actually do find a pick off top here, which was a bit unfortunate, but it didn't really change the state of the game. It just didn't. All right, and this is about the end of the game. So finally we get our Aegis. The Aegis we might look to end the game on, and we decided we just need to look for pickoffs. So we send illusions to cut the waves. They're going to show because of it, and because of that, we can just burst the CM. insta-kill, and he's tanky enough, especially with the Elven Tunic Evasion, to walk away from Sniper. And then from there, also our Hoodwink went bottom. This shit's nuts, because the E-Blade amps the damage, the Boomerang amps the damage, right? 20% bonus damage from Boomerang. The E-Blade is what, 40%? And then, so you actually can solo kill heroes, because also you get a Sharpshooter faster projectile time at level 20, and Bushwhack damage at 15, so you just have crazy damage. And you can basically full charge a Bushwhack at level 20. And that's what we see. Boomerang, E-Blade. What is this damage? 1478! Oh my. That is some. That's like a level. You got like 2 levels from that too. Oh my. You nearly passed your net worth off that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So we get to pick off on the CM, get to pick off on the DP. Some crazy stuff. We do a little bit of diving here. We're just gonna try to poke the Tusk a bit. When they, you know, buy back, we're gonna chill a bit, right? This was a great play on our team's part. We're gonna buy back, gonna drop the Soul Rip, try to burst up the DP. Don't want to overcommit here. I should have popped my ulti a bit earlier. I didn't even realize the sniper was hitting me. This was pretty low scale. I should have popped my BKB way earlier. I should have popped my Ogre Seal or BKB, or I should have used something. I didn't use anything here. This is terrible. Pop my drums eventually, which I guess it kind of baits in the sniper. He like tried to finish me off, which is really stupid. But we put down the Wraith Pack to protect against the puck. We're just gonna hex him, force out the Aeon. Pretty solid play there, nothing crazy. But yeah, I should have popped my items a little bit earlier just to make sure sniper couldn't drop me so low. Eventually we will get our cheese. We're just gonna heal up the Naga, drop the Holy Locket, drop the Soul Rip. That's gonna keep her first life intact. And that's the power of the Soul Rip on such a low cooldown. I can heal him again. Right? And this Naga, who just should be dead, just has 1500 HP and is gonna heal up with Hard as well. So we're just chilling. It allows Naga to eventually go back in, finish off the puck in a moment from now. And yeah, the game is completely over as we have a 40,000 net worth gold lead. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you learned a lot about Dota and not just Undying. I like to make these videos just like educational as a whole, as we just continue to heal people like absolute crazy. Like this hero, I mean, it's just a heal menace as eventually we find the sniper. Look for the kill, we don't get it immediately. We're gonna go in, look for the hex on whoever we can find, dive the base, kill the sniper, get the detection. Where is he? Get over here, boy. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.
And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the Game Leap website, where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.